Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Airspeed Prime here with my next Avatar news update video, and this time we have a big piece of news. We have the full-on official reveal of all of the Avatar The Last Airbender Funko Pops. So the article was just put up today by Funko themselves on their blog, revealing all of the, I suppose, first batch of Avatar Funko Pops. I'm assuming there will be more because I don't see any reason why these won't be a big success. And I suspect we'll get probably Korra Pops down the line, and they'll do more Avatar Pops as well. Just based on the initial reaction to the fact that these exist, then some of the leaks and stuff like that, I get the impression these are going to be pretty popular, and I think they've got a lot of them really right, and I think they will be very popular. So let's go through this. So coming soon, Avatar Funko Pops. Down the bottom immediately, coming in January, so we don't have very long to wait at all. We are basically like 6 or so weeks away from this, if you assume that's like end of January. So that's something to be aware of. So very soon these will probably be going up for pre-order, if not already. And I'll see with regards to the exclusives, I'll roughly try and figure out what's going on with them. I'll do my best to explain what's going on with these ones when we get to them. But yeah, here's the full list. The only notable thing in the text here is that Zuko is also available as a chase with a 1 in 6 rarity. So we'll get to that when we get to it. So let's just go through each of the pops. So first up is the Aang, of course, the main character. I really like this. It feels like they put a lot of effort in the kind of effect piece of the kind of clear plastic for the airbending. They didn't have to do that, given that it features Momo. He's holding his glider already. The fact that they put that in is just this kind of added bonus, and it really felt like they wanted to go all out with the main character to make it this kind of must-have thing, and I think they got it really right. So I really like it. I think the design for his outfit is nice. The arrow's the right shade of blue. The little Momo on the top is nice. Of course, you know, the Funko Pop defect of the eyes not being the best is always kind of present, but otherwise I think the character comes across very good in this. The hand is open palm, fits airbending. It feels like they have this kind of completely right, so very positive for the main character. Probably my favorite Avatar character as well. Next up, Katara. Now, this is something I completely expected them to do, that they do all book 1 designs basically for the characters, except Toph, who was obviously introduced in book 2. But this is book 1 Katara. Obviously I much prefer her book 2 and then especially her book 3 design, and would prefer that the Funko be of that rather than right back at the start of the series. But given what it's representing, I think it is a very good attempt, a very good representation of the book 1 Katara design. The hair loopies look really nice, which means that obviously you can have confidence that they're going to get Katara's hair right on any Funko Pop they do for her. There's the braid in the back. The water effect parts look pretty good, and the pose I think is good as well. Again, water will be kind of a more open palm thing, so the fact that they don't have her doing that she has her hands open instead of as fists, I think makes sense. Again, it seems like there's good attention to detail going on here as well. So I think it's fine, but as I said, it's just the specific design doesn't interest me the most, and maybe a character I'd wait on until, like, if they confirm doing a design of her later on in the series. Sokka, as we discussed already, he was leaked last week, I think looks really good. The hair is good, the boomerang is nice, the pose, the clothing, really solid. I think they did a good Sokka here. Obviously down the line they can do Sokka in his armor, and maybe a comedy Sokka as like Cactus Juice or Detective Sokka. You know, you can see how they do the more kind of obscure ones as well with Funko, because they're willing to do that. Here's Iroh. This was obviously initially leaked as being the product listing Iroh with T. You can see he comes with T, but the figure itself is only called Iroh. They don't specifically note the T, which makes sense. It's a very small accessory. And especially when Aang also comes with the glider and the air effect part, the fact that Iroh comes with this tiny little thing of T, I get why they wouldn't specifically mention it, but still. He does come with tea. I think it's, again, that the top knot's really nice. The little lines to get across that he's older is good. The beard, the mustache kind of, beard actually, sorry, not mustache, looks really nice. Fire Nation armor, really good. And I think this is going to sell really well. I think they got it right. Iroh is such a kind of universally loved character that I think even people who don't necessarily collect Funko Pops, they might just pick up an Iroh Funko Pop if they see it, just because, you know, the look at him, remember some of his wisdom, that sort of thing. I can see this selling really, 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 really well, and I think they did a good job. Here's the Appa that we obviously saw before. Not the biggest fan of it. I think they should have done a big Appa with him kind of more horizontally, kind of just in a normal position rather than kind of sitting up like a dog like in this one. I'm interested to see more of how it looks from the side, because obviously Appa has 6 legs, so how are they kind of organized in the kind of side shot? It's fine, and I think for like a kind of chibi Appa type thing, I think some people will like it, but it's definitely the one to me that I'm kind of the least likely to actually get when they come out. Next up is Toph. I think, like Iroh, universally loved, fan favorite character, going to sell well, and I think they got the design right. Obviously with her, the eyes were the thing to get right, and I think they did that well here, of just kind of having the more kind of clear eyes to make it clear that she is blind. The kind of design around the hair is nice, and then as you can see, there's a piece of earth there. It's earth bending, so closed fist I think makes complete sense. The pose fits what she's doing, and her outfit I think looks good as well. So I think they got Toph right, and there's always room to do other kind of versions of Toph, like her in her Day of Black Sun kind of combat outfit. There's lots of things you can do, so definitely a solid version of Toph there. Zuko is where we first get into some of the kind of exclusive chase figure type stuff. There are 2 Zukos, and the thing to note here is that they're both 538. They both come in the exact same box. The only difference, as you can see here, is that there is a sticker that says limited edition chase on front of the one that is the Zuko with the fire daggers. So this is a 1 in 6 chase, and I think it's very descriptive. That means that I think the way to interpret that is that for every 6 Zukos that I suppose arrives into a shop, one of them is going to be the fire dagger one here, the exclusive one, and the other 5 are going to be the standard one, which is this Zuko. So it means that this one is going to be much more readily available than this one. I actually think this one with the fire daggers looks better, just because to me, I think fire daggers, I think early Zuko, and I think it just looks nice. It feels like one of the more unique fire effect parts that we have here, and I think it's just really nice. And as much as I'm not the biggest fan of Zuko's Book 1 design, I think they captured it really well here in Funko Pop, to the point where, like, I went from being like, oh, I don't think I'll get a Book 1 Zuko, to I actually think I really want to get this one. I think they really did a great job. The Fire Nation armor looks really good. The effect that they did for the scar works well, and then the top knot for Zuko, the big ponytail, of course, they did well as well. And yeah, the only difference between the two of them, of course, is that his hands are a little bit different, of course, because of the different fire effect. And the fire effect is the only difference. So it's a subtle difference, and that's why they don't refer to it by different numbers, even though technically they are kind of, there is different pieces of plastic in both of them. But yeah, really, really good on Zuko. Then we get into the first, I suppose, exclusive, the figure that is an exclusive to a specific shop. And that here is the Hot Topic exclusive Aang on Air Scooter. And once again, this is where, like, it's an exclusive, but it's also chase. Because here is a chase version of the same figure. They're both 541, as you can see here. But one of them is glow in the dark. One of them is basically Avatar State version. They're both Hot Topic. And I assume it's roughly the same, where it is going to be the 6-in-1 or something like that. There will be more copies of this figure where it's the normal version than there is the glow-in-the-dark version. So this is probably going to be one of the rarer ones of this first wave to get, this glow-in-the-dark glow in the dark chase and Hot Topics exclusive Aang. This one could be tricky to get if you really like it, but I'm glad that there is a standard version, because I actually kind of prefer the standard version here, just because I don't particularly associate Aang using the air scooter with the Avatar state. So I think it looks really nice. The effect part there for the air scooter with the kind of the plastic of the dust as well, and then the clear plastic for the actual air scooter ball. Aang's pose I think works really nicely as well. The arrows on his hands, really nicely detailed here. And then I do want to see a video of what this looks like glow in the dark. Like if it really looks Avatar state, then that's maybe something to look into, but for the most part it just feels like a nice extra little thing. Not too concerned about this one. The last one is, in my mind, probably going to be the hardest one to get. It is the GameStop exclusive Azula, but it's specifically the, what is it, Funko Insiders Club GameStop exclusive. Now, I don't really know specifically if that means it's going to be even more difficult to get than a GameStop exclusive, or if that's just their new branding behind what a GameStop exclusive actually is. The impression I get from most people is that it probably means it is just a GameStop exclusive, that it's not that you have to be part of some club to get a hold of this, but it maybe helps to be part of the club if you want to guarantee you get it. That's at least what I know about it so far. If you know more about what this means, definitely let me know, but that's my interpretation of it, is that this realistically will just be a GameStop exclusive. The tricky thing though with both of these exclusives, the Aang and the Azula, is that that's the American exclusivity. Internationally it kind of changes depending on country, in that I have a couple of Funko Pops that are like, it was a Hot Topic exclusive in America, but it was a GameStop exclusive over here in Ireland. And then I've had ones where like, oh, it's a GameStop exclusive in America, so it's a GameStop exclusive in Ireland. So that's something to keep an eye out for if you're not going to be directly getting these in America or ordering from America. If you want to pick these up in your own country, you need to keep an eye on where it's going to be exclusive to. Hot Topic, I believe you can order internationally from their website, and I think they do put them up there for sale when they go up. So that, if you don't mind customs or anything like that, there is at least a way to guarantee you get this. Similarly, obviously, I think you can if you want to order from GameStop America. So that's why I feel that this might be the trickier one to get, the Azula, which is unfortunate because obviously there's a standard Aang and then there's this exclusive Aang, so at least you have an option to get an Aang without it being an exclusive. There's only one Azula and it's an exclusive, so that's very unfortunate because like Toph, like Iroh, she's a fan favorite character. The fans of Azula really like Azula and I think would want a Funko Pop of her. I think it's a bit unfortunate that she is only available as an exclusive, but I like the design here. I think they got it right. The lightning effector on her fingers, again, her top knot, really nice. So I think they've done an excellent job with the first batch of Avatar Funko Pops. The immediate ones that I think I will definitely be getting are the standard Aang for sure, standard Sokka for sure, standard Iroh for sure, standard Toph for sure. And then actually I think Book 1 Zuko has gone from being like, I probably won't get it, to actually, yeah, I think I actually want to get this. I'd prefer to get the Fire Dagger version, but if I have to, I probably will settle for the standard version. And then I actually like this Aang on air scooter, so if it's not too much of a hassle to get that exclusive one, I probably will. And then same with the Azula. If it's not too much of a hassle, I'll try my best to get this one as well. Meaning that I think the only ones that I'm not the biggest fan of are the Appa, just because I don't think it's the best representation that we could possibly get for the character. And then the Katara, just because I really do much prefer her Book 3 design to her Book 1 design. But I could absolutely see myself maybe picking up a lot of these, ordering them online, and then maybe picking up Katara in a store if I find her at some point down the line. So I still like all of them. I'm just going to be, I suppose, picky here. But yeah, what are your thoughts on the official reveal of all the Funko Pops? What are your favorites? Which ones will you be picking up? But yeah, that's been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.